And it's going, and we're live.
Right.
It's
So,
Monday, right?
so how was your Easter, Nita?
My Easter was an adventure.
Right.
Yeah, my Easter was fine until 3 a.m. this morning, I guess. Well, actually, my
Right.
Easter sucked, but it got even suckier at 3 a.m.
Well, let's just say Nita ate so many edibles, she actually saw Jesus.
Mm. And an elephant in my living room.
And an elephant, yes. So what day is it today? I need to be reminded.
It is Monday, April 10th, 2023. And this is the Raging to the Vlogs. The official Indie Comics Network show.
Yes, exactly. Oh, we'll explain it in a minute. Jesus Christ, what a
you
warning.
Ready for this shit?
Absolutely not, but hit it.
I can't find it.
I do too.
That's all I feel like doing today because I'm selfish.
Right. Well, are you?
Yeah, I'm selfish. It's like it's our show, and today it's going to be about us.
Right. Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's like we have a lot going on. It's just. Good morning, everybody. Everybody who is not watching Brian K. Morris right now.
Or Nicholas Tucker.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's a crowded Monday morning. But it's all good. It's all good. If you don't catch us now, you'll catch us on the replay. It's all fine. Oh my goodness. So welcome everybody to another episode of the Raging to the Vlogs show. So who's joining us in the chat?
Efrain.
Efrain. Oh, hello, Efrain. Hello. Yes, we can always count on Efrain. And yes, and I see you. Oh, and Jay Solano. Hello.
Everybody's showing up now.
James, hello. Welcome. And yes, and I do see you, the 5 people watching us next to the giant eyeball on my screen from Regions Beyond. And if you are joining us from Facebook, if you're joining us from Twitter, come on over to YouTube. Avis, join the sexy people in the chat. We have all the sexy people in the chat. And, make sure you hit subscribe and like and push all the buttons at the bottom and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever any of our things go live, our videos. Facebook has a tendency to act up and Twitter doesn't allow us. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Shit.
And Twitter doesn't allow us to see your comments. So yeah, so come on over to YouTube if you want to hang out with us. There you go. Hey, Jake. Hello, Glenn. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. So before we get started, because boy, do we have a story to tell. Hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
Emotional damage.
She crazy.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, returning to Kickstarter later this year. And currently, my medieval fantasy soap opera drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which is on Kickstarter right now as we speak, with 11 days or 10 days to go, depending on when the clock resets on that. So we have 10-ish days left on the campaign. Thank you so much, the 115 backers, I think, on the campaign. Thank you so much for supporting. And for everyone else, all the links are in the show notes below. Also, you can read both my comics online for free at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com, and egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. The one, the only, not the daddy. You are not the father, Nita.
I am officially Nita Lanning, and I own the Google account, IndieComicsNetwork.com, that owns and operates Indie Comics Network on YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
And Facebook.
Yeah, and Facebook.
Sort of. And I also apparently own and operate and then prosecute myself.
Oh, so, yeah. It was just, oh my God, what a nightmare. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so why don't you start? Well, do we have any more housekeeping before we regale the tales?
The usual that we've been pitching, and a few have actually died off. Like, so right. Yeah, I think we're pretty.
Yeah, all the links are in the show notes below. All the campaigns that are still live and active. You know, like Night Wolf and Alien in My Toilet, and
Oswald Chronicles Volume 3.
Yeah, Mr. Suzumi's adult lessons. Let's see, get tax education from a fox that won't take your your social security number. Oh my goodness. Everything is in the show notes below. And if you head on over to our Indie Comics promotion page, there's even more campaigns there. But the one page you should not go to.
It's the other Indie Comics Network.
So why don't you so what happened this morning? What happened?
So this morning, I mean, everybody that watches knows the ongoing drama with the hacked page, right? So anyway, this morning, I all of a sudden, like, if you want to get through to somebody in a place like Facebook or PayPal or whatever, the only way you're ever going to get attention is if you're relentless. Every fucking day, complain. File reports with the Better Business Bureau, and just keep on. And I kept on hitting them with copyright infringement. This morning, I get a notification, or actually I get probably 100 notifications that copyright claims have been found viable against me. And it's like every fucking thing I claimed as our property from the hacked page. It gets complicated because at one point in time, the page was really ours. So the post that I am making the claims on, while it is a page that is impersonating us now, I'm the original poster. So Facebook was allowing me to put strikes and claims against myself, which in turn caused me to get a 30-day ban on Facebook this at 3 a.m. this morning. But fortunately, because we were already in the process of engaging with them and had already met Louise, somebody from Facebook, she's a fucking saint. Like, as soon as that happened, I was in the message with her, going back and forth, and she immediately lifted my ban, and they have removed everything that's been contested from public view until we could prove it. And how did we prove it? Oh my God, you have to have something public record to prove your intellectual property. And I just simply was like, I have this YouTube channel. And immediately she responded back. She went in, she took one look at one of the videos, whatever, and was like, okay, yeah, obviously you are who you say you are. Your profile picture matches. I've already sent in my state ID. I've had to send in copies of the Raging 2 LLC. I mean, this has been nonstop for fucking 3 weeks now, just constant every.
Well, the page has been hacked for a while.
Yeah, the page has been hacked for a while, but actually getting a human to help us,
Yeah.
the initial email from Facebook was about 2.5 weeks ago, I'd say.
Right.
And then it's just been, oh my God, it's been nonstop. So anyway, now I had to accept my own copyright strikes, because if I contest it, it's just going to go on longer.
Right.
So I accepted those, which caused it to trigger another ban on Facebook because I was admitting to that. So then they were like, okay, well, you can't manage any groups or do anything. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But she immediately pulled that because she knew I was doing it to not have to go through the process again. So now that the images have been contested from both sides, Nita versus Nita, this Nita over here won. So they're going to start removing the images from the fake Indie Comics Network page. It's so fucking complicated.
Yeah,
it is
a lot of hoops.
Big old, like, I've been like, jump girl, jump for fucking.
No, and it's like, and thank you everybody who also
has been reporting the page
and been reporting the page and blocking the page as well. I made sure that every day I made it a point to report the page. That's why I didn't block them, so I could just continue reporting them. And so it's like, it's just one of those things that happened, but luckily we're finally seeing the end of what's funny is that you had said that at this point you don't care if they take down the page as long as they
I actually am encouraging them to take down the page.
Vegas odds.
Yeah, so I kind of am.
That's what it sounds. Yeah, that's what it turned out to be. All her reports were boomeranging back at her.
Right. Which is the way those hackers intend things to go.
Yeah.
Because they want to be able to continue to personify you as long as possible, so that when people look you up, they find them, but they see your image and your brand, so they assume the content that's being produced is yours.
Yeah.
But I mean, luckily for me, I had Daphne Lage art. I had the Indie Comics Network. I had Indie Comics Network After Dark, and I have a promotions group that I've been running since Meredith and I were together as partners. So I had history to go back on, and it was actually the very first Sunday Funnies card that really got everything into play, because it was Randy's original fucking design, and I had a card dated from back in the day when we were on Indie Volt.
Right. I mean, it was hairy.
But it's just been
but it also proves the benefit of branding.
Right. Absolutely. because brand the fuck out of yourself, and the benefit of annoying people.
Right. Well, that too. But because the second you go on any of our pages, you could tell it's ours, because we made sure that the design aesthetic is cohesive and whatnot, that our logo is everywhere.
People thought I was anal when we started this.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's like, no, we really need to do this. We want everything to look pretty and whatnot. And here it is working in our favor. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Technically exactly the way it's intended, because that's what branding is, really, right?
Right.
So at least, like I said, it's like, I'm just glad that's because I was really irritated seeing the fake page and seeing my shit up
especially
there.
After they posted the pictures of them smiling on there. It's like, you smug fuckers. Burn your goddamn house down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was
war.
Yeah. Cry havoc and let loose the dogs of war. Or at least, the Facebook algorithm or whatever. Speaking of algorithms, though, so this was also, for other reasons, a very educational weekend. This was a very educational weekend.
Right.
Where it's like, so if you haven't noticed already, or maybe you haven't, or whatnot, but we've been doing a little tweaks to the channel, playing around with video formats and whatnot. And all right, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Nicholas. And yeah, so there's going to be a there's going to be like some changes. I mean, because here's the thing, we're always talking about, like learning new things and being able to pivot once we learn new things. So yeah, so we've
Tell
just
the
been
sub what you're gonna do, Daphne. You take away the element of surprise.
well, that's true. Well, I'm just saying that we're making
Half
some
the kink,
changes.
dude.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, I mean, you know, so because we learned a lot from Tyler's conversation on Friday. If
We
you
did.
guys missed it, we spoke to Tyler Carpenter on Friday, so you can check out the replay on the playlist on the channel on our official channel. And yeah, and we've just been like kind of like going back and forth, tossing around ideas and brainstorming and whatnot. So yeah, so that's so and it's like, yeah, we're still playing around with stuff, so there really isn't anything to talk about except for the fact that never be afraid to make changes,
Right.
especially if you figure it's going to be for the good of everybody on the channel or for your own channel or whatnot. So yeah, so on that note, the thing that I am going to announce is that stay tuned tomorrow on my channel at Daphne Lage Art, where I premiere a brand new edited video because I haven't done one of those little bitches for a while. So make sure you're subscribed to both Indie Comics Network and my channel, Daphne Lage, Lage Art, so that you get notified when my new video tomorrow goes live. Hopefully everyone will find it interesting and it'll just like kind of like set us on a bit of a different trajectory,
Right.
for everything.
Yeah, because
So.
while we've had substantial organic growth, I mean,
Mhm.
300 subscribers just since the network itself
Right.
started adding shows, it's very significant, but we've never had the YouTube algorithms themselves in our favor.
Right. Yeah.
And I'd really like to see what kind of momentum
Mhm.
we gain doing
Right.
that.
Yeah,
That does
exactly.
not mean we will be censoring ourselves, however.
No,
I still have
absolutely
no
not.
intentions of monetization.
Yeah,
Um,
that was, you see, that's the funny thing, because it's like, monetization is such a big deal to a lot of people on YouTube. The problem is that after Nita got contacted by YouTube and started really going through their rules and regulations as to what monetization entails and being advertiser friendly, it would require so much censorship on our channel that we decided it is not worth pursuing for
we'd
us.
rather not even have them digging through our audited file or auditing our files.
Yeah,
So we're not even once we cross the 1,000, we're not even applying for this shit because we'd
right,
rather them not
exactly.
even be looking at us.
Yeah, no, it's like there's just so many things that they require to be advertiser friendly that
Right.
it's like, you know what? No, I don't want to edit videos. I don't want to censor anything. You know what? There are other ways for us to do things. And if pretty much destroying our channel is what we need to do
Topic.
to oh, it's a topic video. Yeah. If destroying our video is what we need to do to be advertiser friendly, I'm good. We're good. We don't need to be advertiser friendly.
We're selling comics, not our souls.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we put a
Corrupted
lot
as
of
they may
work.
be.
Well, we put a lot of work into the videos. Well, we all did. Everyone who's
Right.
done work on this channel, we've done a lot of work for it, and to all of a sudden like rein everything back so that Coke can put an ad, a 30-second spot in 37 places on our videos is, you know what? Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good. So that's kind of off the table. So I got a couple of new books that I want to show off
Oh yeah, let's talk about them.
today.
Let's see what
Yeah,
you got.
yeah. So the first thing that I got, I'm not sure if I showed the first volume of this on a previous show? I'm pretty sure I did, but they had just released the second volume, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. So this is a series called, it's a manga series called The Night Blooms Behind Castle Walls. And I just got the second volume the other day because it was just released. I found this one at Midtown Comics, not the outlet, but the one in the city. So I paid full price for this. And what it is, so it's let's see, so it's from Seven Seas Entertainment, and it says on the back, serve to protect. Rosa dreams of taking up arms as a courageous knight. To become one, she must first be a squire. Those duties around the castle are much less glorious. One moment she's caring for the horses in the stable. Next, she's battling the task of chopping firewood or conquering a mountain of laundry. She must be ever ready to assist the knight she serves. Her role may seem small and the tasks mundane, but each is an important step to becoming a knight. Rosa will face every challenge with the heart of a hero. Now, the thing about it is that what I really liked about, so this is a sample of the artwork in the book. Yeah, so this is a sample. It's a very, very attractive style. So what I like about this book is that what it does is that it actually goes step by step. Like, this is literally an entire scene explaining how a medieval kitchen works.
Nice.
And it goes step by step, and it was just like, oh my god, I have to pick this up. It's kind of like they're using, like, here's an entire scene where they show how, what is she doing? Oh, there's an entire scene on how she's making candles. I mean, and
wow.
they go step by step. How other, like, how a castle is lit. Is it like, how they make the torches and whatnot to light up the castle hallways. I mean, it's very like I said, it was just very, very interesting how they're using look how they make stationery, how they, like how they use to write, what they use to write and prepare the ink and whatnot. And that's just what it is. It's just like a very step by step on what this girl has to do as a page to help with how a castle functions. And the second issue deals with what happens when, I guess, like, brigands come too close to the castle and the knights have to go out to fight them. And then and then what the lady of the castle has to do in the meantime. I mean, there's always this stereotype how, like, oh, the ladies of the castle were just like these dainty flowers trapped in who just like swooned in towers and did absolutely nothing. No, when shit hit the fan, that's the lady of the castle had to
It got real.
It got real. And it's like, and they had to organize the castle in this moment when pretty much the knights and the husband is out, either like at war or fighting and whatnot. And it's just, so I'm just really excited with these books. So these are these are marked as like teen plus, 13 plus. So, but the thing is, it's just, I mean, just really beautiful. And like I said, there's even like there's a whole section about how she has to take care of the bees, and it's just, if you're interested in like really how a medieval castle functions under the guise of manga storytelling, I highly recommend these books, The Night Blooms Behind Castle Walls. I don't know how many issues this is supposed to be, but like I said, the second issue just came out. I got this one on Amazon. I did a pre-order for it, and they delivered it the other day. So I was really, I'm really chuffed about this series. So it definitely pushes all my buttons. Another book that I picked up in honor of our guest, our special guest on Friday, Frederick L. Jones, who is the founder of Saturday AM. I was extremely happy to have gotten him on the show. I'm very, I'm actually kind of nervous and excited about Friday's show, but we're good. You know.
Got this.
So
You
yes,
got this.
yeah. So if you have been interested in finding out, talking directly to the owner of a actual manga company in the United States, Friday, join us on Friday at 11 a.m. where we will have Frederick L. Jones on. And as a result, I mean, I had already picked up Apple Black, and I've spoken about it, on. Oh, thank you, Jake. Thank you. Oh, so it's three volumes. That's good, because it's very nice and tidy in 3 volumes. Thank you so much. So I picked up the annual. So Saturday AM, what I understand that they do is that they run an anthology, sort of like Shonen Jump. Except they run it online. You can download their app and you can read their magazine for free. I think it's a monthly. I don't know. Well, it's like, I don't know if you have to pay for the magazine. I'm not really sure. We'll get more detail on that later. But I guess like the more popular stories, I'm not sure how that works. They end up being printed in an annual. So I picked up the 2023 annual after I watched a video from the artist who does a book called Orisha. I think he's from, where is he from? He's from Africa. And it's like I really liked his video, so I decided to pick up the annual just to check it out and to see, like, what kind of stories does Saturday AM actually publish. So they have all these different types, and what's really cool is that every manga artist in here, they're all from different countries. So like the first one is from, I forgot what part of Africa is from. I think he might be from Nigeria as well. And then there's another one, another artist where they're from Greece. So this is an artist from Greece. And then there was another one. I think this one's from France. And here's the funny thing too. It's like, it's like the styles, even though it's like they all have this manga aesthetic, all the artists are very much unique to themselves. Like they don't look like something else. I mean, they like, even with an anime aesthetic, a manga aesthetic, I mean, it's like, obviously it's like he's like, Frederick is really taking the term manga literally. Manga just means comic. That's all it means.
Right.
So, the fact that, this, I mean, this looks more like I could find this on, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see this on Kickstarter, this style,
Right.
And then it's like you have like, like kind of like these hybrids. I mean, technically every one of these is a hybrid style. But the thing is that the fact that they're manga, but they are also their own thing. So I have to sit down and actually, like, go through this. But it's just really, really interesting to see like these different takes on the medium. Where it's like, yes, it's like everybody was everybody, like, the originator of the style, of the style comes from Japan and whatnot. But it just goes to show you how much of a worldwide phenomenon it really is. Like, all these artists who are being all around the world, who are being influenced by manga, by anime, and how it gets translated into like through different countries' lenses. So it's like, yeah. So I'm looking. This is also another book that I'm looking forward to reading as well. Because it's like, it's very, I don't know, it's just very refreshing. Because like, look, as somebody, look, I've been hearing the whole it's not manga if it's not Japanese. I've been hearing that shit since the 90s. And it's like, you know what? No, manga is manga. It just means comic. And you know what? It's like, you can't tell me that, you know, this is invalid because of that, because the artist is from Nigeria, from Greece, from Great Britain, from France. It's like, no, manga is manga. Manga is comics. And here is the annual to prove it. So I'm really, so I'm looking forward to this as well. And like I said, he will be joining us on Friday at 11 a.m. So if you want to join us in the chat and ask your questions, let's do it. let's ask him all the questions.
All the questions.
And finally, the last book that I have been this one I was very excited to get, because I have been waiting a while for this book, but Russ Leach is a very busy man. Finally, I received my copy of Only Death Can Save Us by Russ Leach. This is the second volume, book 2, Techstone. I've really enjoyed this series since he first put it out. It's about Death and his adventures in and just his adventures. Pretty much. I have to reread the first volume to catch up with the story, because it's been a while. It's been a bit. So I'm really looking forward to reading this again. Just absolutely beautiful work. I love, it's like, I just love the design of Death and Chrissy. Erotic fan fiction of this shit doesn't write themselves. So I'm really glad to have got. No, Russ, I am not writing erotic fan fiction of your books. Don't worry about it. So the other thing,
I have a fantasy about that. Like, I love Russ's voice so much.
It's very British.
I just want to cuddle up in bed with Russ on audio and let him read me bedtime stories.
Yeah, right. Really, right? It's like, yes, he should do an audio book of Only Death Can Save Us, right? He should. So what I really like about this book, about his style, is that he says that he draws in a very Bronze Age type of style, very John Buscema, with a lot of Kirby influences, and it just really comes together for me. So I just really, also, look, the design of Death, it just cracks me up. I love that, all the Skeletor vibes. It's like, I just love, it's a very, like, he has all this seriousness going on, and then he has like this very cartoonish looking character in the middle. I love that aesthetic. And speaking of aesthetic, there were a couple of prints that came in with the book, and I am just like really chuffed with this, because this is one of the prints.
Wow.
I didn't catch who painted this print, but it looks so much. Does anybody remember a book called Samurai Cat from the 80s? It's like the guy, I forgot the painter's name, but he did a lot of riffs on Boris Vallejo. He really had beef with Boris. So, and this was like, and this kind of like has the vibe of those paintings from back in the 80s. Like, come on, like, this is like, you can literally see the heavy metal logo up there, can't you? I mean, it really, like, this is the artwork that I found on a lot of art books back in the day, and it's just like, it's just very exciting to see that. I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put this. My wall space is very limited, because it's just, I'm just, it just, I don't know, it just makes me very nostalgic when I see that, which in the end is the point, I guess. It's like, of what Russ is trying to accomplish, that it's like he's doing a very nostalgic type of book. And then this is another print that came. Obviously, this is more of a fan art print that came with the book. So we got the Batman, which, by the way, is the book that one of the books that that Russ is working on. He's doing Batman and Doctor Who for Marvel UK. No, Marvel UK. Jesus Christ, DC UK. What the fuck? You know, there goes my credibility out the window. So, so also. Oh, because you know why I'm thinking of Marvel too? Because if you go to Russ's Instagram page, he posts up images from when he used to do how to draw the Marvel way. How to draw the Marvel way for Marvel UK. So pretty much if you know, if it's either Marvel or DC, Russ has done it. So it's, you know, so there you go. So everything's all connected. I kind of feel like that that newscaster, you know, it's like, oh, who's your favorite? It's like, oh, who's your favorite Marvel superhero? Mine is Superman. Remember that clip? You know, so here's another kind of like heavy metal looking image from Only Death Can Save Us. Again, I can literally see the heavy metal logo on the top of this. It has a lot of like, this one has like Simon Bisley vibes. This was like Preston Acevedo who did this. Like I said, a lot of Simon Bisley vibes. Yeah, so that's really cool too. So yeah, so this, if there's anything nostalgic, this is if nostalgia was what he was going for, he really nailed it.
You want it
on these prints. You know, so if you're interested in getting your own copy, hello. You can head on over to onlydeathcansaveus.com. So it's right here, comic book black belt, onlydeathcansaveus.com or restleach.com. And I'm pretty sure he has information on where to get your own copy of Only Death Can Save Us. I know that the first volume is now getting reprinted through an actual publishing company, not self-published anymore. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure it'll explain everything on the on his website. And the last thing that he sent, which actually made me sad because it made me remember something from the pre-renovation days. So he sent another magnet. He sent a magnet for Only Death Can Save Us. And if you look really close, I love the chibi death. Well, these are all chibis of his, but the chibi death always cracks me up.
He's so cute.
And it made me remember that I had a magnet from the first campaign that I have not seen since I renovated the office. And now it's like, for the life of me, I'm sitting here trying to remember where it could be, and I cannot remember where that magnet is. So, you know, so I'm actually pretty upset. About that right now. You know, so I'm gonna have to check a couple of more places to see if maybe like it got tucked in somewhere or whatnot. But yeah, so I lost my magnet. So, but at least I have a second one to put up here. So I'm really, so yeah, so that's what I got in the mail recently.
I got an email.
Oh, you got an email. What you got an email?
I got an email that says, "Hi," from Facebook. "Hi, thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. We have removed or disabled all access to the third party or user generated content you have reported to us for going against our terms of services. We understand this action to resolve the intellectual property issue from this report." Continue. Facebook acknowledges Nita D. Lanning, Daphne, Lage, and the Indie Comics Network as creators of the following disputed photos, images, and videos. And then there's like 100 URLs. And
wow, that was fast.
Yes, I mean, like when you get a person on Facebook, right, you can break through and get a fucking human being to talk to you and explain your case. It is it moves super quick. I mean, I've been in constant contact with her.
So did they take down the page?
The page has not been removed from what I see, but all the images that were posted as Nita Lanning are now gone. Please note this is a no reply message. Any replies will not be received. And if I want to contact him again, it's her link, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah. Ha! I won,
Wow.
bitches.
All right. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Nita won against
Nita beat Nita. Fuck
Yeah,
Nita.
exactly. No, you really did.
God,
It's like
Jesus Christ,
this
this is
is
the most
very weird.
complicated shit ever.
Yeah, it only that just felt like it was taking a lot longer than it's like. Oh, that's good though. That's good. Like I said, I was really annoyed at going over there, making my report, and seeing my stuff up there. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
I'm going
man.
to
It's
look at
like,
it right now.
oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so there we go. So at least that's one thing right off, right
There
off the
are
list we don't have to worry about.
Yep, there are 10.
Uh-oh.
There are 10 images left that are ours.
Uh-huh.
On the entire page, and I'm gonna go and annoy the fuck out of them and contest that as Indie Comics Network because that is how they were posted. But everything else is gone. They don't have our video at the top. They don't have the header. And they asked about removing videos prior to March 24th. And I told them, unless the page gets removed, no, leave those. I'm not even going to fight them because it will link us. It will link whoever sees those videos that we actually made to come to us versus whatever the fuck they're doing over there. I don't even know anymore. Don't care. They can kiss my ass.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like what it is that they needed just enough of our branding to still attract people who'll find it, but now it's like it should be obvious that something's weird with this page.
It obviously looks hacked. They don't have a Facebook header. They don't have the intro video. It's like all their shit stripped, and all the links come back to us. So
I guess it's small mercies, right? It's like yeah. So what else has been going on? What's been going on with everybody?
Oh my God. Yeah, what have y'all been doing? Because this is all I've been doing for weeks, man.
Yeah, really.
Family bullshit and fighting with Marcel.
Right. Oh no. So how's Marcel doing?
Marcel's doing really well. I fed him his first live brine shrimp this morning, and it was fucking hilarious because in the little sea monkey bowl, the brine shrimp barely move around. They're just like fluff, 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 fluff.
Right.
You put that motherfucker in the fish tank with a beta chasing it.
Everyone's getting exercise.
Right. So it was pretty cool. But now he's like all sulky. He's like, I can't believe I had to move around and shit for my food. What is this shit?
Right. Well, he'll get used to it. He'll get used to it.
It was fucking cool.
Right. Well, that's good though. At least the ideas of getting a sea monkey tank worked out, as opposed to just going to the pet store. Yes, I mean, yes, we are feeding sea monkeys to the beta.
There will be a graphic video posted.
Right. Yeah, really. It's oh my goodness. So what's going on with everybody in the chat? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, Vess? What are we doing? Probably, I don't know. Yeah, on my last stream, Vess has been telling me about how she got a Surface Pro, how she uses a Surface Pro instead of an iPad. And the funny thing is that it made me remember I might have a laptop. I have a laptop that I forgot that it actually converts to a tablet, because it's like you fold it all the way back and then it's backwards, and then you can use it as a tablet instead. So I'm kind of wondering if that'll work the same way, because I do have a Windows Surface Pencil. So oh, look at that. And it's like, okay, so Clip Studio Paint. Yes. Now, yes, between you and Allison, Vess, it's like, yes, I really do just have to, you know what it is? I will make it my point on Wednesday when I do my stream to let's suffer through Clip Studio Paint together. So how about that? So what I'll do is I will do something from scratch in Clip Studio Paint on Wednesday. or maybe not. Maybe I'll bring in a blue line that I have, so it's like I can kind of play around with the inks and stuff. Yeah. So it's like, so I'll have both Allison and Visenia pushing me to do a Clip Studio Paint until I realized, fuck, I should have learned how to do this years ago, because that's how I function. Yeah, so I gotta try the other laptop to see if I can use it as a tablet, and then yeah, let's kind of pull the band-aid off of a full Clip Studio Paint session. Yeah. So if you're not, if in the chat right now, Nita is, yeah. So if you have a link to a Kickstarter or something that you want Nita to post right now, that's exactly what she's doing.
Drop me a DM,
yeah,
Sam, because I can't find your link right now. I know I had it.
Oh, so yeah, so. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so what else have I been doing? Oh, I've been working on more Tall Tales pages. Like I said, Eager Raven has 10 more days by this point, 10 more days left on Kickstarter. And I'm trying to finish the book, or at least the coloring, to the next campaign that comes after that, for Tall Tales. I know that I've showed everybody the color pages, some of the color pages that I've been working on. I'm pretty sure, like, these are just my samples, just to make sure that they're coming out, they'll print correctly, the way I'm doing it. So far so good. I have 10 pages completed. I'm working on the next 10 pages that I'm hoping to have done either tomorrow or Wednesday. And yeah, it's a 40-page book. And yeah, I'm trying to get most of it done before either my Eagle Raven campaign closes or before the end of the month, whichever comes, however it goes. But definitely, I want to finish this book this month. So at least I can just worry about lettering it, because JD just finished. I gave him a black and white version of it, and it has his corrections in it, which luckily it wasn't that much, but I have to retype everything. Well, I don't have to retype everything. Luckily, I was able to find his old script, his original script in Word for this, but I still have to go through it to make sure that it's the latest version that matches this. Because it's like when he writes, it's like, but it's like writing anything. There's like, you have like 36 variations, of the same draft. So I have to make sure that that lettering is correct before I start actually putting them onto the pages. So that's like the big project for the month, because next month, what I want to do is I want to work on the 16-page Eagle Raven short that comes later on this year, The Unicorn King's Daughter. If you missed a previous live stream, I was doing some pencils for that book. And yeah, and I'm really looking forward to getting those pages completely done in May, so that then I can, while the Tall Tales campaign is running, I can work finally on coloring issue 7 of Eagle Raven. It just doesn't stop. It just really doesn't. What's really funny is that there was a video I was watching yesterday. Oh yeah. I mean, I haven't. He doesn't use that. He doesn't use Google Docs. I mean, I just recently started learning how to use like just Google Drive, to store artwork and stuff, in the cloud. Look, if there is no cloud, it's just a server in another building. That's all that is. They just call it a cloud, but
always got to ruin the fantasy.
Yeah, I know. Really, it's like marketing, man. So yesterday, I was watching a video about. There's this it's this woman she's going to school to be a doctor, and she was talking about how to like if you're the type that cannot really create consistency consistently. You know what I mean? How it's like that you kind of work in a vicious circle of, it's like you kind of like force yourself to be really, really organized. And then you kind of like, it works for a little bit, you crash and burn, and then it's like you kind of like have to stay away from stuff for a bit, and then you kind of like start that circle all over again.
I feel judged.
And she was talking about because I kind of go through those phases too. I mean, really, it's like actually this weekend I was kind of feeling a little burnt out. But the thing is, though, it's like I was just really excited about how these pages were coming out, so that kind of like got me through the feeling. But what she was talking about was something that she would call like chaotic organization, where instead of trying to create consistency, what you actually do is you pump yourself up for the task at hand. So that instead of forcing consistency, you're using your passion to kind of get you through a task. And she was talking about how she hated the whole concept of incremental, like improving something by 1% every day. Like if you work on something every day, all you have to do is improve it by 1%. And she was like going, well, that's all great if you're the type to be consistent enough to work every day on something to get that 1% improvement. And what she found out, what really worked for her is that she's, I guess, like a crammer. Like what it is like, so like she wanted to learn 3D animation, and I guess crammer means, something else to Nita. So, you know, so she had wanted to learn 3D animation, but she didn't have the patience to do like the 1%, like do just 1% of something every day. So what she did was she spent a lot of time looking at like really high-end 3D models, trying to like training her brain that this is what was exciting her. And she was really excited to learn how to do this. And then what she did was she literally crammed an entire weekend forcing her, well, not forcing, but just outright learning how to do 3D animation. And she actually came up with some pretty, like a pretty good model. Oh, you did that. Yeah, that's with VTubers. I was on the cusp of doing that.
She was. And then we found you, and she's like, well, we'll just pay for the shit.
Oh, right. Yeah. In the end, it was just like, it's like, what, I can pay for somebody to do the rigging. But, and then it's like she spent an entire weekend, 15 hours a day. And then by the end of the weekend, she had these 3D models that gave her an idea on like how to, so instead of doing like 1% incremental, improvement, she took an entire weekend to improve by 5,000%. And and it's like I go, what? Oh, thank you. Yeah, when I finally get down to actually putting one together, I'll definitely, we'll definitely talk about that. Because I figure that I can figure out how to do kind of like the exploded model, with all the bits and pieces. It's just actually sitting down and doing it, because like I said, right now I'm just trying to get this comic done, and then so so my 5,000, my 5,000% explosion, explosion of improvement is on something else right now. So I just thought it was like an interesting take on what she was talking about, because yeah, I'm always one that has a problem with consistency. Like I can have this run, but then I kind of like burn out on it, and then it's like I can't really get myself to get back on track again, and then I feel like I'm always starting from square one. But after seeing her video, and then she has a couple of videos about like kind of like the weird ways she accommodates her schedule for what she wants to do and how she learns things quickly. And it's like, well, which was funny because it like, oh, okay, this kind of makes sense for me. And what's funny is that that's kind of how I feel like I'm working right now. I do have a to-do list because I have so much stuff to do, but um like it's not like I wake up and I go, okay, I have to wake up at this hour and I have to, it's like, and I have to do work on this for 1 hour, and then it's like for another 2 hours I have to work specifically on this, and then I have lunch, and then for an hour, and then it's like I have to do like 3 hours of this and three, like I can't. I've tried that, and the problem is,
Literally, she had notebooks,
yeah, I had notebooks and everything.
list. Oh my God.
And what would happen for me is that the second something got just slightly off the rails, it would
Daphne got
destroy
slightly
everything.
off the rails.
Yeah, it would just destroy everything. It was just like, oh, fuck it. It's like, I wasn't able to do this, so why bother doing anything? And yeah, and that's the thing that she recommended too. Instead of micromanaging yourself, which was technically what I was trying to do. And here's the thing. She goes, nobody likes being micromanaged. So why are you doing that to yourself, right? What she says is it's like set up deadlines. So it's like okay, so my deadline is not to do X amount of pages in a week, but get this book done by the end of April. Yes, we are in April. Yes, I had to for a split second I thought we were still in March.
I'm still in February.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
know,
talk about
really.
that.
I'm still in 2020. So it's like, so my deadline is the end of April. So that's my focus. So in the end, it's like, however I schedule these pages, as long as I get them done by the end of April, that's my goal. And the thing is, though, it's like, even if I don't I mean, yeah, you see, that's the thing too that I was coming across, where it's like you kind of get in that groove, and then it's like, I have to, my schedule, and then it's like, no, it's like,
But look, you
what?
being on that schedule
Yeah.
helped distract me too.
Right.
It really did, because I was like, look at Daphne with her shit together. I need to emulate that. And it kept me fucking preoccupied in a time that my world was fucking falling apart. I was so busy trying to micromanage myself that I forgot about my drama and trauma for a hot minute. And then when you had your breakdown, it was like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this shit.
It's like, oh, you too? Right. No, really, it was, no. It was pretty bad. It's like I had 2 panic attacks last year because of the schedule that I was trying to go through, and it's just like, no. And in the end, it's like, so watching this video yesterday was just like, made me realize, like, oh, that's what I've been doing since the beginning of this year. Just like, it's all about deadlines, not all about doing X amount of work in a certain amount of time. It's like, it's like, okay, I have to have this book ready when its Kickstarter goes live. That's it. It's like, doesn't matter how I do it, how long it takes or whatever, as long as I meet that criteria for the next campaign. That is the book ready? Yes, then the campaign's ready to go. If the book is not ready, then I have to delay the campaign until it is ready, or at least close enough to be ready. Because in the end, that was one thing that I wasn't giving myself, was a little space. That little grace of, it's like, look, as long as you're 90 to 95%, it'll still work. Like, as long as I get my pages colored before the campaign starts, if I'm lettering during that campaign, that's okay, because then that's definitely, by the time the campaign's over, the book is done. Right. Although my whole thing is that I want to get proofs done beforehand. Right. But it's like, but so that's kind of like the schedule that I'm running on. Finish coloring Tall Tales by the end of April. Do the 16-page Eagle Raven story in May. So by when the campaign for Tall Tales launches in June, I will be working on Eagle Raven issue 7 during that campaign. So then when that campaign is done, I can move on to the next project, because Eagle Raven 7 is done. and and it just seems to be better breathing room for my brain. And it was just really nice seeing that video. I'll after the show, I'll get a link to the video so that we can put it in the show notes so you too can watch it as well. And I just felt a lot better. That's like, okay, it's like, so it's not just me. This is more how my brain functions rather than the whole like hyper atomic. There's a book called Atomic Habits, where it talks about, oh, you have to be consistent every day. You have to, it's like, and it's like, look, sometimes I can't be consistent. It's like right now, it's like I'm having a problem just keeping my schedule, my running schedule now. I mean, it's like, I've gone back to running again. It's supposed to be like every other day, but it's kind of like, oh, but I got to finish this, I got to finish that. But it's like, okay, you know what? As long as I get out, as long as I get outside, that's what I need to do. It's like, okay, we've done it. It's like, because it's like I always said, sitting down too much is not good for anybody. So it's like, look, as long as I'm doing some kind of movement, I cannot sweat this. I can't. It's like, if I get, it's like, yes, I said that I want to get back into half marathon shape and be able to be able to do that again. I just have to accept the fact that that's not happening right now. It's like, yeah, probably at most I can do 10K, which is 6 miles. But you know what? That's fine. It's like, you know what? There's just too much going on for me to like.
I ran 20 yards once and then I puked.
Well, yeah, that's too much. That's probably too much in one sitting if you've never done it before.
My boobs were knocking me out too.
Yeah, so yeah, so that I just found that that video interesting. Because it's like, yeah, I didn't realize that. It's like, yeah, you know what? It's like that's kind of how I function, and that's okay. And as long as I'm getting the work done, in the end, that's what counts. It's and it's like, yeah, so it's like, so yeah, that it also explains that, yes, I'm using my passion to get over, as opposed to so
Morning, Joe.
Good morning, Joe. Yeah. So yeah, so it's like, yeah, so I'll link the video down below too, so everyone can watch it, because it's like, I know that it wasn't just me. It was nice to know that it's like, okay, I'm not crazy. It's like, this is literally how I'm functioning right now.
Well, not about that.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Oh my goodness. So we're just hitting the top of the hour. So it's like, Nita, you got any thoughts on anything? I mean, this kind of like open session Monday that we have.
Oh my God. Like I've got so many thoughts. I can't understand what everybody's saying at the same time. So it's just like, I'm not even going to try to put something coherent together.
I guess it's like the whole, like, just finally getting that fake page finally settled.
Oh my gosh.
I guess yeah, kind of like one thing off the list.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
And the main thing was how can I get them to take that fucking video off when I'm the one that posted it? Because the thing that validated the page most, besides the Facebook header, which was easy to resolve, was the YouTube video that they were allowed to pin.
Right. Yeah.
And that was all us. And and I was the original poster. So I was like, how am I going to get that off? And like, I got it off by going after myself. God, it's like masturbating to Facebook,
it really, yeah, it was a little, yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, Joe,
I bombed the shit out of myself.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we talked about the title at all. The principle of equivalent.
Oh, here, I can sum that up. Okay, so I was getting kind of annoyed with the groups. Okay, like, it's fine if you want to fucking promote yourself. Yes, baby, go ahead, slam your shit in them fucking groups, get your post approved, whatever, promote. But you know what? You want love. You want other people to share your stuff. It seems like we've forgotten the courtesy of giving that to someone else. You want love, give a little love. like and share somebody else's post, even if it's just one out of a group that you post in. It takes you fucking 3 seconds to share, a second to like, find a fucking GIF, be creative, whatever, if you want to invest a little more time in it, but do stuff for other people. Yeah, fucking help everybody, man.
Right.
Like, you want it. And me personally, when I see someone who's regularly promoting other people, like, it gives me a drive to want to boost them when I see their projects as well. So keep in mind that other people are watching.
Right. Oh, so there you go. So there's our title right there. There's our principle of equivalent exchange. There you go. Attention for attention, because because attention is currency on social media. So there you go. So any right. Oh, there we go. And so Larry coming in under the wire. Yes. So he also has Niobe. Yes, bird is the word. And he has Niobe on crowdfunding right now as well. So keep an eye for that. Okay, Nita. So I think I'm pretty much done here. How about you?
Oh, I'm done. I'm
right.
done.
Yeah. It's like we had a very exhausting day, and we haven't even started. So but like I said, thank you everybody who helped us report the fake page. It's finally coming together. Thank you so much. All our stuff's finally getting pulled down from there. So thank you so much for helping us with that. So Nita, any final anything?
Tune in this afternoon. Fight It, Let's Draw. Rodney has moved his permanent slot for whatever personal reasons to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Or was it 5? 5:30. Right?
5:30. Okay.
Fuck. Oh wait, I have a card. Hold up, let me find it.
Okay. All
right.
Okay. There we go.
5:30 p.m. Eastern. All right. And Rodney's always over there drawing something and engaging his chat. So tune in.
Right. He will be. He does. So he's drawing Bo-Katan fan art today.
Yes,
so so if you get your Mandalorian on today at 5:30 with Fight It, Let's Draw. So that's it for me as well. If you want to learn more about me and my artwork and my campaigns and all that fun stuff, you're going to head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook, the real me, if you're into seeing sketches and current work in progress and real-time updates from whatever's going on at the moment. And don't forget that you can check me out at my YouTube channel at Daphne Lage, Lage art, for my semi-weekly live streams on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. to 6 Eastern time. Like I said, this Wednesday, I'm going to make it a point. We're going to learn Clip Studio Paint together. So so tune in on Wednesday for that. Also, remember, on Friday, we have Frederick L. Jones from Saturday AM joining us on the vlogs from 11 a.m. For 11 a.m. Eastern as well. So make sure you check that out as well. You join us then. And remember, I have a new video going live tomorrow at my channel. So make sure to check that out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do get notified whenever any of our stuff goes live, much, just as this new video for tomorrow. So check it out, show it some love, and I don't know, make the algorithm gods happy. So you know what? That's it for me. You guys know the spiel. And because the ancients, in the words of the ancients, get the hell out of here. Eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. See you guys later.
Bye.